I'm not being funny, but there is going to be a bit of a misunderstanding in between you and somebody else right at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Torini. Can you stop arguing, please? No, I'm joking. No, do you know what? It's like there is going to be this misunderstanding you're going to have right at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Torini. As someone is going to have a completely different opinion to you. You're going to be talking about something really specific, something really significant to you, something really important to you. And not only this person is going to have a completely different opinion to you, but this person is going to, oh God, it's going to seem so narrow minded to you because of what exactly you're going to be talking about. But you need to understand, my gorgeous Torini, that this is going to be a clear sign and this is going to be a clear indication that there is this really intelligent choice which is going to be highlighted here, an intelligent choice for you. And you will know exactly what am I talking about, because this intelligent choice, which is going to be highlighted here, which is going to start all this conversation, which is going to start all this debate. This intelligent choice, it's really to do with one of your goals. And now this is going to be a clear sign to actually commit yourself to it fully. So be grateful to God that you are going to have this conversation. Be grateful that this person is going to have such a different opinion to you. Be careful that be grateful, sorry, that this person is going to be so narrow-minded, because by these things, each of them, you will know that you are making the right choice. This intelligent choice for you, my gorgeous Torini, it's most certainly going to be highlighted. This choice is something you need to commit yourself to fully, because you haven't done that yet. And this is going to be a sign that you need to hurry up with this aspect of your life, like immediately. Not only emotionally, this is going to be so good for you. Okay, but when it comes to your like a financial side of things and things like that, this is going to be extremely beneficial when it comes to so many different things in life. And this in itself means, my gorgeous Torini, that it's something you really need to kind of understand that this is what you need to do. As soon as this person has a different opinion to you, as soon as this misunderstanding comes up, as soon as this person is so narrow-minded, this intelligent choice is going to be highlighted. What you need to do, what you must do, what you have to do, my gorgeous Torini, indeed. And also, at around the beginning of this week, that basically there is some kind of a money you are going to become aware of. Perhaps this is to do with some kind of inheritance, okay? So I know that this is not gonna resonate with all of you, but I'm seeing here very strongly that it's to do with some kind of inheritance, some kind of a problem. It's going to be highlighted, and you are going to become aware of this obstacle. There is something that you're going to need to, no, I suppose I can use the words fight for. Yeah, I suppose there is something that you're going to need to fight for, my gorgeous Torini. And it's to do with some kind of inheritance here. Maybe something that was left to you like a long time ago. There are certain things that maybe ended up in the wrong hands and things like that. But this in itself, it's all going to be highlighted right at the beginning of this week when you get this news and message or an email or something like that, which you have been expecting, something that you're waiting for, something that you're expecting, and something that has been like kind of slowed down. Something is being late, some kind of information that you've maybe asked, to obtain, or you're waiting for someone to respond something to you already, but then this is taking a little bit too long. So what you need to understand is that this information that you're going to have about some kind of question that you've already asked, it's there is something, it's not going to seem right. Something is not going to seem right. You will know, you will feel this in your soul, you will feel this in your spirit, my gorgeous Torini, that something is most certainly not going to be right here. Some kind of obstacle has to be resolved here. This is so, so, so important, because I know all this sounds really scary, but within the next, like, about 9 weeks time, this is kind of going to be resolved, or a big portion of all this is actually going to be starting to become resolved within as little as 9 weeks time. And I know lots of you are going to be like, oh, for goodness sake, nine weeks. But this, my gorgeous Torini, it's worth it. It's really worth it. Because along the way, you're going to find out that maybe some people are not who they claimed to be in the first place. And I don't want to make you feel paranoid. Please don't be paranoid or negative, because this in itself, things like this in life, unfortunately, they happen. There are all sorts of people on this earth. Some people are good and some people are bad. Some people are very selfish and some people are very giving. And you are going to realize that you are a kind of dealing here with, like, kind of really I don't know, somebody really, really dishonest. But the bottom line is that this is going to lead towards a big success for you. Because there is, like, a kind of this a financial security going to come from this. Okay, it may not be absolutely massive, absolutely huge, but there is some kind of financial security going to come from this, and this is going to work in your favor. You're going to be glad. You're going to be glad that you decided to carry on with this. Okay, you're going to be very glad. And I think that this is something that has been going on for a while as well. But the bottom line is that this is going to be resolved in your favor. Not only you're going to benefit from this, but there are other people that are close to you, for example, who are indeed going to benefit from this as well. And also, my gorgeous Torini, you are going to feel such a strong need to reconnect with people that think like you, especially when it comes to your own spirituality, when it comes to your own weirdness, when it comes to your own... No, spirituality is not a weirdness, but to some people is, to some people is. Some people are very close-minded indeed, and some people cannot understand why somebody would be like so spiritual. Do you know what I mean? So you got some people who are so open-minded and so open to everything, but some people are so closed-minded that they're never going to be able to open their mind. And those are the ones who call us weird. Those are the ones who call us bizarre. Say no more, really. But you are going to have all sorts of, like, a little visions, my gorgeous Torini, at around the beginning of this week, towards the midweek. You're going to have all sorts of visions which are going to come to you through things that make you feel really spiritual. So subconsciously, you're already going to start kind of to drift really beautifully and nicely towards, like, a kind of spiritual things in life, perhaps towards those that you haven't done in absolute ages. And then suddenly you're going to realize this. Suddenly you're going to realize this, and you're going to realize how good that also makes you feel. How good that makes you feel. And you really need to understand that this is your sign that you really should kind of have a unity with people who think like you. Maybe you should start thinking about which places you can start going, where you can kind of mix with the people who think like you, but especially when it comes to your own spirituality. You know why this is so important? Because there are two huge things which are going to come out of it. Number one, you're going to realize, like, through that, you're going to realize how much you've actually changed. And this is important. This is so important. Listen to me very carefully. Number one is you will realize how much you've actually changed. This is important when it comes to your personal evolution, when it comes to your personal transition. Okay? Very, very important indeed. And number two, you're also going to realize that, there were certain ideas which you've had lately, and only mingling like with the people who think alike when it comes to your spirituality, only being around and surrounded by the people who kind of feel like you about these things, it's going to make a tremendous impact. This is going to make a tremendous impact on your life, because when it comes to the certain ideas which you've had lately, quite few of them, you will be able to know what to do, because there are certain things that are going to come up. I can see you having conversation and you going into all sorts of things, and I can see so many things are going to come up. You're going to feel so good being surrounded by the like-minded souls, like-minded spirits, but there are things that are missing when it comes to these ideas which you've had, which are going to come to the surface. And there would not be any other way for these ideas to come to the surface, my gorgeous Torini. It needs to happen in this particular way. And this is one of the things why it's ever so important to keep on being surrounded by the people who makes us feel good about ourselves, but also, most importantly, with the people who think like us. When it comes to other people describing us or for being weird, these type of people completely understand, they get us, they know where we are coming from. So this is why you need to do this, okay? And also, my gorgeous Torini, when it comes to the midweek, you are okay, you are going to have an important message at around the mid of this week. And this message, it's a positive message, it's a good message, it's about a certain progress, sudden progress in your life. Okay, so this message at around the midweek that you're going to get, of course, it's going to make you feel really good, because it's to do with a certain progress, like a sudden progress. You will know, whoa, what kind of really brought this sudden progress into your life. But you're also going to be reminded of what makes you feel unhappy, what has been making you feel unhappy for a while now. And most importantly, you're gonna realize what you should focus on and what you should do next. Why? Because this is going to, like, really kind of, by you basically, by you realizing what's making you feel really, really unhappy, now there is a reason why this is happening right now. Why? Because you are, by you having this important message when it comes to this sudden progress, this is going to open your eyes. Most importantly, you are going to realize exactly what you want to do. This is going to open your eyes, and you're going to realize exactly what you want to do. And that's what I said, that you are almost immediately going to be reminded also of what's making you feel so unhappy. And that in itself, what's making you feel so unhappy, you need to abandon. You need to move on from. You need to cut that out of your life immediately, because whatever that is, this is your sign that you need to change your life. That needs this lifestyle change. It needs this lifestyle change. And that can only happen in such a way where, first of all, you will identify what this is. But the second thing is, it's about your desires. It's about your desires. This is what needs to take over right now. This is what you need to focus on. You need to focus on what makes you feel good, and you need to focus what makes you feel creative. And that in itself is going to lead towards you having such an important conclusion here, my gorgeous Torini. What exactly do you need to compromise in order to make this happen? There is something you're going to need to compromise, but you are going to be happy to do this. Because sometimes people hear the word like compromise and people are like, oh no, I need to compromise, I need to sacrifice. No, baby, no. Sometimes we reach a certain point in our lives when we don't even see this as a compromise. We don't even see this as a sacrifice. We just see this something as a way out. Okay, so this is why this is going to be so important. I mean, I'm not being funny. I know you're going to, very soon after this moment in time, you will feel like you want to have a party. You want to celebrate because you made the right choice, my gorgeous Torini. This is why this is going to be so important indeed. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, My goodness, okay, you are, there is something beautiful going to happen to you. Something really nice is going to happen to you. Not only something is going to inspire you, it's about this inspiration. You're going to have such a beautiful inspiration. This inspiration, it's not only going to bring this beautiful hope into your life, but it's also going to highlight these bright prospects that you really need to kind of do something about, because how optimistic you're going to feel, this is going to be a clear sign and a clear indication indeed. And somebody is at around the mid of this week, somebody is going to try to make you to start something that you don't want to start, to do something that you don't want to do. But that particular person is going to be so powerful when it comes to their energy and when it comes to their character. And you're going to feel so happy. You're going to feel in such a good mood. And sometimes when people are trying to make us do something really bad, they feed of our optimism, but they also feed of our sadness. Either way, this energy can be very similar. Optimism, very optimistic, when we are very optimistic, and when we are very sad. How can that be similar? Well, let me tell you, because those people who are not good, those people who are very kind of dark when it comes to their intentions, they pick up on this particular vibration and energy. So it only happens when we are extremely happy, or it only happens when we are extremely sad. So therefore, in a certain way, we are a little bit vulnerable. And these dark entities, I'm sorry, but I have to speak like this, these dark entities, they feed of this. They can feel this, they can sense this without even being aware of that they have like some kind of a power to actually do this. So on one hand, you will be dealing with somebody who's very strong and prominent, as somebody like a very strong person when it comes to their energy, and that particular person is gonna maybe that particular person is going to feel your vulnerability when it comes to you feeling so happy and so optimistic about something, and they are gonna try to kind of make you to start something that would be not really good for you. Do you understand me? I know this sounds really complex, but you really kind of, when you come across somebody who is a little bit off when it comes to their energy, when you come across somebody who's like really pushy, when it comes to you kind of needing to start something, like almost as if that person is going to be telling you what is good for you, what you should do, what you should start. But you don't like this person, you don't appreciate this person, you don't see this person as some kind of like advisor or spiritual advisor, whatever. In fact, completely opposite. But that particular person is going to try to take the better of this particular situation when it comes to you feeling so happy about something, and then suddenly they're going to try to this particular person is going to try to make you to kind of do something that you don't want to do. And I really kind of, I don't want you to do this, my gorgeous Torini, because it's something that would lead towards you making like such a silly mistake. And it wouldn't be like the end of the world, but it's just so unnecessary, because this, whatever this person would want you to start, it would be like really bad for you in general, and it would be extremely bad for your finances. And very soon you would realize that this is actually not for you, not good for you whatsoever. So this is why I need you to stand strong, okay? So if someone is like kind of a little bit off, if someone is a little bit pushy, my gorgeous Torini, if someone wants you to start something you don't want to start, just avoid at all costs. And the best way to deal with this person would be just to kind of just say, yeah, okay, we'll talk later or something, and then just don't say anything or whatever, that would be the best way to deal with this type of a people, because this type of a people can be quite pushy, and sometimes the more negative we are, the more kind of pushy they become. So I think this would be probably the best way to escape this kind of situation, okay? And also, my gorgeous Torini, at around the end of this week, when I said that there are going to be these bright prospects you're going to become aware of, something is going to inspire you. Not only something is going to inspire you at the beginning of this week, but you're also going to become aware of almost immediately which bright prospects this is actually going to bring into your life. And so there is something that you are going to feel like you need to kind of explore. There is something that you're going to feel like you need to explore as well. And as soon as you start exploring, there are going to be more ideas and more realizations you're going to have when it comes to this particular thing that inspired you in the first place, where you were aware of these bright prospects like almost immediately. My God, there is so much more to it. This is what you need to understand. So once you kind of realize what exactly you want to explore, as soon as you dive in, oh my God, there is going to be so much more potential to it than what you originally thought. This in itself is going to be something really, really big indeed. And also, my gorgeous Torini, at around the end of this week, you are going to kind of realize what this is going to be so crazy, but at around the end of this week, you are going to be looking at this situation, whether this is going to be on television, whether this is going to be on an internet, whether this is going to be somewhere outside, but you're really going to feel rather affected by what certain people have done to themselves. And you're going to feel really sad for these people. I can see you being sad, and I can see you thinking, my God, what these people have done to themselves. And it's not nothing to do with the people in your life, nothing to do with the people in your family, but it's just you're still going to be feel sad because you're going to be looking at a group of people and you're going to realize they have done something to themselves, something really bad. And you're also going to realize that, what they have done, maybe it's like kind of completely irreversible. And this in itself is like, oh my God, a bit scary, but it's nothing to do with the people in your life. I know that you're going to come to this realization. You will be sitting and you will be thinking, oh my God, what have they done to themselves? And some of you are going to realize that for the first time in your life. And some of you were aware of this like kind of type of things before, and this situation is going to take place. And this in itself, it's like really kind of going to also make you aware of what is starting to dominate your life, what is starting to dominate your life, and you don't want these type of things to dominate your life. This is what you're going to become aware of through this situation. You yourself are going to become aware of what exactly is dominating your life, and you are going to become extremely, extremely active. Now again, you're going to become extremely active, and it's again, my baby, all gonna boil down towards that particular thing which inspired you in the first place at around the end of this week. What inspired you in the first place, where you become aware of these bright prospects and so much potential. You're gonna be reminded of that again. And that in itself, it's gonna make you even more active towards it. You're gonna become very active here, my gorgeous Torini, and this is what's really important. Why? Because as I said, whatever inspired you here in the first place is going to bring a huge accomplishment into your life. Only a few days later, just remember, you're gonna kind of like realize that you want to explore something. Then you're gonna realize so many possibilities that are going to come out of it. This is all gonna happen like really quickly. I'm talking about within the next few days already, but also within the next few days, you're gonna realize that there is a certain journey which you are going to need to make. There is a certain journey. This is going to be so important for you to make certain journey. Something is going to be putting you off, but there is something really personal you are going to realize that you're going to need to resolve. And in order to resolve this, you're going to need to make a journey somewhere, and this is going to be keep on putting you off. But you have no idea how important it is for you to go on this journey. You're going to find out something so wise, something so wise. What are you going to find out? It's really pretty much so to do with you being restrained by something frequently. You do not need to be restrained by this at all, but it's important for you to go on this trip and journey, because you are going to be keep on being in self-denial, and you don't want that. When we're in a state of self-denial, it's almost impossible to move on, and we make all sorts of mistakes in life. This is why it's important for you to remember to go on this journey. And the more something is putting you off, the more of a sign this is how important for you this is actually going to be. So now, my gorgeous Torini, I'm just going to see what is going to be your tarot card of the week, okay? What is going to be your tarot card of the week? What is going to be your tarot card of the week? Oops! Ooh la la! Look at this little bitch. Not joking. Look at this. An unexpected situation, and you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. Let's see what this unexpected situation is going to be all about. Please don't get upset or don't get sad or anything like that, you know. And your whole week, it's not going to be like the Tower. But I'm sorry, this card just popped out, so it's very difficult for me to ignore this. But at least we are going to see what exactly this negative situation is going to come from. My goodness, you see, because you are something negative, okay, it's going to happen because you are going to be waiting. You're going to be waiting for the specific information, for a specific information, my gorgeous Torini. This is nothing with what I've said so far. This is in its own. This is a mini reading in its own. That this week you're also going to be waiting for the certain information, certain news, and this news that you're going to be waiting for, it's going to come, but it's not going to be really good. It's not going to be great, okay? Because it's to do with something that has caused a little bit of a blockage in your life. So when it comes to that news, you know, it's like, I suppose you were expecting like a positive news, but the news is going to be a little bit negative, and this is going to throw you out of balance a little bit. But then again, you're going to realize also that this is the best. This is the best, because at the same time, within the next few days after this you will realize that you're actually glad, because you know something that has been affecting your practicality, it's actually going to also come to an end. So this is why this is actually, again, this situation is going to work in your favor, and you are gonna make such a brave, really powerful move. You will make one of the most powerful moves of your entire life. You see, if you did not have this negative situation, you wouldn't be prepared for this. So all this is gonna really kind of pump you up, baby. All this is gonna wind you up when it comes to you having absolutely enough of some kind of a problem, some kind of an issue, and you are gonna make a certain step. And this is indeed going to work absolutely miraculously for you and for all those people in your life that are connected to you. Okay, my gorgeous Torini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. I'm so excited when it comes to this, my gorgeous people, because this is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever had in my store, to be quite honest with you. This is a blue topaz bracelet, sterling silver bracelet, and it's not only like a genuine blue topaz, but this is also handmade. This absolutely gorgeous handmade bracelet. It's 10 millimeters wide, so that's quite wide if you know what I mean. And it's also 7.5 inches long, which is a standard bracelet size. What I find it absolutely stunning. Look at this. I find it absolutely stunning because the way this bracelet is made, the way it's designed, it's absolutely gorgeous. And also it's a genuine topaz, you know, and the blue topaz, it helps you to cultivate intuition. It helps with mental sharpness, for communication skills, and for self-assurance as well. So when it comes to confidence, this little bracelet, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, look at how gorgeous this is. I mean, I'm not being funny, but as I said, this bracelet is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever had in my store. And the fact that it's got a blue topaz and blue topaz crystal is just so powerful, especially when it comes to, you know, boosting our energy in general, when it comes to our communication skills, when it comes to our intuition. I mean, all these things are always leading us towards us coming out of our comfort zone. So when we wear this, we also at the same time we come out of our comfort zone, which is ever so important when it comes to us having a progress in life. Honestly, my gorgeous people, I don't know if you can see how beautiful this actually is. Blue topaz. And let me tell you, on top of all that, blue topaz, it's quite rare. And I'm talking about a genuine blue topaz here, like a high quality blue topaz. This in itself, it's actually a very, very rare crystal. And it's not only extremely powerful, it's not only extremely beautiful, but it's also quite rare as well. Absolutely stunning. Look how beautiful this is. My gorgeous people, I'm so excited about this bracelet, to be quite honest with you. And if you buy this, you will see exactly what I was talking about, how beautiful this gorgeous bracelet is. And when things are made handmade, they have a completely different energy. It's a completely different energy. It feels different. Do you know what I mean? But I suppose you can only know how it feels once you buy it. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's the type of bracelet that everybody's going to notice. It's just so striking, so gorgeous to look at. But then on another hand, it is ever so powerful because it kind of, brings like tremendous impact into our lives just by wearing it. I mean, anything that increases our confidence, anything that's so positive and beneficial for our mental sharpness, anything that helps, with our communication skills, and anything that helps with our self-assurance in general, we cannot possibly go wrong with, can we? Absolutely brilliant. There you go. Look at it again. It's stunning. So, my gorgeous people, if you would like to be the owner of this gorgeous bracelet, again, I haven't got that many of them in stock because they are handmade. You see what I mean? So, once they go, I suppose they will go. But at the same time, if you would like to buy this gorgeous bracelet, my gorgeous people, then you will see that the link is going to be in the description below. Okay, the link is going to be in the description below this video. I also put the link in the card somewhere above me. They're going to be the link for it as well. But I'm also going to place the links on top of the comments. I will pin, this bracelet on top of the comments, and you will see where you can actually buy this. Or on another hand, you can just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way as well. You will see somewhere on the top this bracelet is going to be, because it's a brand new item in my store. But I really have to say, it's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And if you buy it, you will see exactly where was I coming from. Absolutely stunning. I don't know if you can see the details. The detail, is it focusing or not, the camera? Absolutely stunning. Okay.